it's like you know what I'm about, baby.
What is up, you guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. My name is Sakira. If you're not new here, then you already knew that. And let's get on with the shenanigans, you guys. I'm excited. First of all, happy 2023. It's a new year. This is the year of the 7. So many downloads came to me about that, but we'll talk about that maybe at a later time in another video or something like that. This video, you guys, is an unboxing slash a pick a card after we unbox with ooh, I just had to make sure I had something, the scissors, because I'm like, how am I gonna unbox this with nothing to unravel the plastic? My brain just went left real quick, you guys, but I have the scissors. We're good. I came locked and loaded and ready to go. Like, it was no jokes today. It's been a minute, YouTube. Hi. All right, so let's get into it, you guys. I am feeling really good. I'm in a silly mood because I definitely did have a little sesh before this, but we're vibing in honor of one of our decks anyway, right? Speaking of having a sesh. So let's talk about it, you guys. We're going to get right into it. This pick a card is going to be, how can you nurture yourself this year in 2023, right? 7, which is 2023 when you reduce it. It's really about your personal path. It's about your personal growth. It's about the way in which you move forward on your path, your lessons, you know what I mean? The way in which you expand. And so how can we nurture ourselves as we are growing, as we are expanding, as we are stepping more into who we're becoming or who we're meant to be, so to speak, right? So on that note, let's get into it. I am like, which one should we do first, you guys? All right, so look. We have this one, right? Which is fire. I'm really excited about this. But in honor of the theme, this is a self-care deck. And it's so funny, you guys. I definitely planned this video before I even bought this deck. So it was kind of funny how it kind of turned into an unboxing. Like, it just was never meant to go that way. But Spirit had other concerns and other plans. So it was what it was. I'm excited. Let's get into it. Okay, wait. And shout out to my homegirl Kenya too, because she was the one who was like, can we get an unboxing? She said it for this deck, but I said, let's do a 2-in-1. Funny enough, she also has this deck too, and I love when she uses it. She pulled cards for me using it recently. My girl is fire. I'm gonna go against my Virgo nature and put this on the floor for now. I'll pick it up later. That bothers me so much. Let's put this to the side. Okay, so it's the Sacred Self-Care Oracle. It looks like this. This is by Jill Pyle, Pyle. All of the decks that I use today, including the unboxing decks, are going to be linked in the description. So you'll have that info if you want it. Treat yourself like a goddess. And this is what the back is giving. I like it. It's cute. So, all right, let's see. Don't break a nail trying to open the box, Sakira. Okay. Oh, all right. So we have a guidebook. You guys, I have to be so honest. These things stay in a box. Like, when I say I never use these books, I never use these books. And it's not because I don't want to. I don't know. I feel like I connect with the decks and I interpret the messages in my own way. Sometimes I'll get curious and I'll see what the message really is for, like, from the book, from the author. But for the most part, I don't really use these. But let's see. We have it out. So let's look at it. Welcome. It says, welcome. Dearest Oracle Keeper, may you ... behold the light within you. Thanks. Recognize your light when it reflects itself. Back to you through this oracle. Tap into your intuition and watch as the self-care practices that will nourish you on the deepest levels are illuminated. Ooh, I like that. Surrender all expectations as you meet yourself in honest reflection. Honor the guidance you've drawn forth. Have faith, trust, witness the path of synchronicity, flow, ease, grace, joy, and love that unfolds before you. Celebrate each baby step of this journey you're on to meet the highest expression of yourself. Meet yourself in the purest incarnation of love and consciousness with heaps of love and gratitude, Jill Pyle. So I'm not going to go through like the book itself, but I thought that was cute. That's nice. This is what the inside looks like. It's giving cosmic fairy vibes, which I definitely am one. But I like this a lot so far. So this is how it's coming out straight out the box. It has the tape to, you know, keep the cards in place. And the inside says take care of yourself so you can shine your soul's light. So I really like this because this is a deck that I feel like you can use even when you're not, like, if you're not a reader for people, even if you wanted to read for yourself or you wanted to like pull self-care cards for yourself, right? There could always be a point in time where maybe you feel like your energy's off and you just can't pinpoint what it is that you need to feel better. A deck like this would definitely come in handy, right? So let's see what it's giving. I guess we have to cut this. All right. So again, going against the nature, we're just gonna drop her right there. So sorry. Ooh, abundance planning. So it's so funny, you guys, that this is the first card, because this is what I've spent the last like 2 months of my life doing for content, and just like YouTube and Instagram. Not so much TikTok, but maybe TikTok as well, but more like Instagram, YouTube, and my website. And so it's been a lot. Like, I resonate with this a lot. And it's so funny because I have a book that's similar to this. This is really interesting. Okay, let's see what the back of the deck got going on. Card number 55, writing a gratitude list. So this is cute. We're going to get into these cards. Let's talk about the feel of the cards. So the deck itself it's giving more square rectangle than rectangle, if you know what I mean. Like, it's a little wide. Like, some decks are like maybe about like this, like a traditional tarot deck, like the Rider-Waite, but this one's a little wide, and I do have small hands, so for me, you guys, it might be wide. For you, it might be fine. The dexterity and like the way that it flexes and bends is really nice. I feel like it would be durable. Like, it wouldn't really, obviously you could break it if you wanted to, but I don't feel like it would really get broken up easily on its own or damaged easily on its own. Let's give it a little shuffle test. Oh yeah, these are fresh. Wow. It got that stiff kind of, you know. I don't know if you guys are like into buying decks, but sometimes, well, a lot of times when you get a deck and you take it straight out the box, it literally, it really won't shuffle because it's like brand new. You almost gotta like break it in like new shoes or something. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I like a stiff deck because it gives vibes of resistance. Like, let's get through it. We're moving mountains out here. Okay. No, this is good. I like this. Again, it's a little wide, but it's not like unmanageable. Okay, cool. And I like the back too. The design is really cute. We have card number 43, rest, as I just shuffled. So maybe some of you guys are needing that at this time. We're gonna get into the pick a card, you guys, but let's unbox this next deck. I know that was real quick, but I mean, there's really nothing to it but to do it, right? Mercury got me stuttering, you guys. It's nuts. I don't know what's going on, but we're gonna figure her out respectfully. Okay. I definitely did just use the scissor to... The thing is, when you use the scissors, sometimes it'll leave like a mark on the actual box itself, and that's what I don't want to do. But we got it. Okay. This is the Metaphysical Cannabis Oracle deck. Let's talk about it. Comment down below if you're into the shenanigans. Drop a little plant emoji if you know what I'm talking about, because it's just giving, you guys. Some of you guys may not be into that, and that's fine, you know. But for me, that just caught me off guard. All right, let's talk about the box at first, you guys. So it's giving thick. She thick. Like, this one was cool, you know what I mean? But she thick. This is what the side looks like. I love it. We got another goddess on this side right here. And then the back has a little bit of the details, the information for you. But we got a little trapdoor vibe kind of going. Like, boom, I didn't see that coming. I'm like, okay. It's a scenario. So how do we do this? They're like little things here. You just like little indentations. You put your finger there, I guess. And she slides out. Okay. A little protective energy going on there. That case is different. All right, you guys, I feel like I'm going crazy, but I'm not gonna lie, I smelled this deck just now and it really gave vibes of like cannabis. That's funny. I've never experienced that before. Okay, cool. Sorry, you guys, I had a food situation. I just had to basically order food, so that's gonna be coming in a little bit. But back to this deck, as I was saying, it's giving a little herby smell. I'm not gonna lie, which is interesting. So before we clip the tape, let's talk about this book. They even gave you the little cardboard. How cute. All right, so this is what the guidebook looks like. Sorry, let me just fix the mic. That's what it looks like. The back has a little, it's so interesting. Look, we got a pyramid vibe going on, you guys. We're in alignment today. So she thick too. Okay. All right. Introduction. I don't even want to read all of this. No lie, you guys. We're going to be here for a while if I do. But this is nice. Okay. So I'll read the first page minus that little paragraph that transfers onto the next page, right? It says, meta comes from the Latin word meaning beyond, giving us the study of transcending physical matter or the laws of nature. In compiling the tools I learned from the Cannabis Oracle and her teachers throughout the years, I've discovered that these teachings need to be released to aid the shift in consciousness. Okay. In the spirit of the divine feminine, the sacred masculine, and the cannabis plant spirit herself, I, as a healer, have therefore chosen to devise a method of divination to assist each spirit in their journey through the medicine of cannabis. Our ancestors had a very close relationship with this plant, and as we now know, the study of epigenetics, I think that's how you say that, suggests trauma can be passed down through generations. Our environment is the signal of gene expression. So I invite you to take this deck into your environment and create new gene expressions that amplify your truth, your love, and your passions. I believe the wisdom and education can also be passed down with the help of the spirit of the plant and the intention she helps carry, which is beautiful. I feel like, again, like if you're into the shenanigans with cannabis, whether you smoke it, you drink it, or any other way that you indulge, I feel like there are some experiences that you can have that you definitely can raise your vibration with, especially if your vibration is relatively low. No judgment, right? But like if you're vibing really low, it can be a good tool to use to bring your vibration higher. Now, you never want to become codependent on anything outside of self, but sometimes if you're really having a hard time and you really can't seem to get yourself to a higher frequency, it's okay to use, self-soothers, let's call it that, right? Since we're talking about how can we nurture ourselves more this year, some of you guys are going to be self-soothing different ways, not all this way, right? But nonetheless. All right, so let's cut this tape and let's see what she's about. Matter of fact, we don't even got to cut the tape. She slid off. Hold on, somebody. We're getting slippery. All right. Now we're getting slippery. So she's thicker than that deck, definitely. But we got Witch, Metaverse. Ooh. It's thinner than this deck. Definitely thinner cards, but I don't know if it's called not the durability, but the dexterity, the word that I used earlier. It's pretty flexible, and I feel like they're not cards that will really, again, be damaged very easily. So I'm excited. We're not going to waste too much time. Let me just give it a quick shuffle, see what she's feeling like. Okay. Ooh. So she shuffles a little bit easier, but I also think that it's because the cards are thinner. If they were all as thick as that deck, we might be having a different conversation. And that's okay, right? Let's see. Oh, yeah, she's fresh. Wow. Okay. Okay. All right, so it is what it is. All right, you guys, let's get into this pick a card. I'm not even gonna go on about it. We do have to do one thing first. Let me just ash what is this called? The incense. Oh my gosh. Mercury retrograde. Leave Sakura alone, please. I do want to connect with my decks really quickly and just vibe with them. So feel free to watch. Feel free to skip and fast forward. I will have everything timestamped below. But I just like to kind of hold them to my chest area, the heart chakra, and take a couple deep breaths and really just connect with them, because I feel like that's how I kind of imprint my energy into the cards, if that makes sense. And I'm also getting oil on them, so let's be a little bit more careful, Sakura. Yeah, it's done for. She's greasy. I didn't even think about that before I did it, but you know what? She's telling me rest. It is what it is. Like, you guys, I forgot I was a freaking, that's Lola. I don't know what she got going on, but I forgot I was a whole like grease monkey before I did that, but that's okay. We're gonna energetically hold her in the heart center. It's good. Okay. Sometimes I just like to feel them, you guys, and just like, I don't know. It's my way of like, I connect with physical touch. Like that's my thing, you know? Lola agrees. Now your turn. I learned from the first one, so we're just gonna, And you don't need the dramatics, you know. Some people have their practices, they do what they do. But for me, you guys, a couple deep breaths and just holding them and just really feeling it, putting my energy in. We got sirens outside. You guys know what we're infamous for on this channel. Yes, we're located in New York City, so there are always sirens, but they come when they need to come. My guys are here. They're with it. So it is what it is. All right, look, we're connected. We're grounded. Let's get into the self-care. Pick a card for 2023. How can you nurture yourself? Mercury, we're gonna do better. Okay. How can you nurture yourself more this year? So 2 groups, 2 crystals. We have angel aura quartz, and then we have blue quartz. So group number 1, angel aura. Group number 2, blue quartz. So, and it's not based on the deck. I'm going to use both decks for both groups. So just pick a crystal that resonates with you. Maybe the numerology of 1 or 2 resonates with you. And that's where we're going to be. We're going to start with group number 1. Group number 2, I will see you there. All right, group number 1, it is the first reading of 2023. Let's talk about it. How can you nourish yourself this year? How can you give more to yourself? How can you take care of yourself more? Connecting with the viewers of group number 1, pound number 1. It needs to be heard, said, and honored. If you chose the angel aura quartz, I did not say that, but if you know, you know. You know why you're here. Connecting with the viewers of pound number 1, group number 1. It needs to be here, said, and honored. Spirit, thank you so much. How can they nurture themselves more this year? How can they take care of themselves more this year? What do they need to hear? For group number 1, what is the most relevant message for group 1? For group 1, if they come back out, I'll take them. For group 1, what is the most oh my. For group 1, what is the most relevant message? For group number, oh, okay. It came back out. So you guys got Sweet Treat. And this is card number 50. So I feel like there needs to be a change. And I'm feeling like there needs to be a balance. Now, it's interesting because, oh, come through. You guys, I said there needs to be a change. There needs to be a balance. If you look, there's like a piece of candy, but there's a lot of fruit. And I feel like there are 3 cupcakes. What made me think about balance was like the position of her hands. It kind of looks like scales, right? Like balance scales. And so I'm kind of looking at this here. And I'm feeling like for you guys, it's one of the energies of where maybe if you're used to snacking or you're used to like, you know, eating a lot of sweet treats or like, you know, your diet is not the best. I feel like you're going to be needing to change that this year if you really want to start taking care of yourself or if you really want to be connected to, you know, the energy of just overall health and well-being. All right. We have make a vision board and connect with fire. I like that. So, and meditate at the back. Ooh, you guys, I feel like overall, like there are a lot of changes happening in your life. I see a lot of 3s. We have card number 33. This is card number 12. When you add that together, 1 and 2, you get 3. So 333, you guys could be seeing that a lot, or that could be a synchronicity that aligns with you. You could be life path 3 or 33 or life path 5. 35. Yo. Oh my gosh. Group number 1. Talk about alignment. This is crazy. Talk about alignment. Some of you guys are going to be really connected to spirit this year. And I feel like that's a message coming through. Group number 1, that like connecting with your, not just with God, with source, the universe, but connecting with like your spiritual team, right? Because I saw make an altar in here when I was shuffling. It was one of the cards that came out with this card actually. And I said, if it comes out again, I will take it, but it didn't. This is one of those energies where I feel like connecting with spirit, right? Because connecting with fire is the element that represents spirit. It's ether, right? And so by connecting with this energy, I do feel like you guys will be nourishing not just your physical body, but your soul. And also the reason why you could be needing to balance out your diet or the way you eat, like, you know, more like processed foods or unhealthy foods, or like extra sugary foods, right? Is because you want your body to be in a healthy state. The healthier your body is, like the more you kind of allow spirit in. And it's not to say people who have unhealthy bodies can't connect with spirit. That's not what it is. But it's almost like you are more of a cleanse. you're like a cleaner vessel in a sense for spirit to come through and do its thing, right? Like imagine spirit wants you to go, you know, be active and go out there and pursue something. Connecting with fire can also be your passions. So spirit could be working with you or through you with your passions, right, this year, and having you nourish yourself and nurture yourself by connecting to the things that you love or the things that you were purposely sent here by God, by source, you know, and by your higher self to do, to fulfill. And so imagine spirit is like, you know, I need you to get up on this day where it's raining or it's snowing or it's like it's really yucky outside, and you know your energy feels really low, and they're like, you got to go out there and you got to go to this meeting, because little do you know, when you go to this meeting, you're going to meet somebody who's going to help you along the way with your path, with whatever it is that you need to do, right? That's the bigger purpose. But in your mind, maybe you're focused on the fact that you don't feel like you have enough energy, or you don't feel like your body feels good enough to get up and move, especially with the conditions outside. It's not necessarily motivating you to want to move, right? That's just an example coming through. Like if you were eating, you know, more vibrant, like strawberries are one of the things coming through here. Strawberries are packed full of antioxidants, right? Meaning that it gives your body a lot of oxygen. The more oxygen your body has, let's just say, long story short, the better it works. And so the more, you know, fuel you give your body, the better it's gonna move for you. I feel like you guys are you have like a mission this year or a purpose this year, and taking care of your body is definitely gonna help you to get in alignment with that, right? Long story short. But this being the overall energy, meditate, I feel like you guys are going to need to really connect with spirit on a daily basis. I was told that, you know, meditating for at least 15 minutes every day is healthy. That could be something that you guys might want to put into practice, or, you know, establish your own timeline or your own time frame, what works for you. Maybe an hour is good. Maybe you only want 5 minutes. I don't know. But, you know, I feel like connecting with spirit via meditation is going to be something that will be a very big self-care practice, because one, it helps you to quiet the mind. So that means all of the negativity and all of the stress of the world and life and your problems and your responsibilities, whatever you got going on, those no longer exist, right? And when they come up, you're no longer affected by them the same way you would be if you were out of meditation. You are now like the observer of the stress rather than the experiencer of the stress. That's how meditation works, right? And so for you guys, I feel like that's something that's really going to help you this year. Unseen energy, take a walk. And look, we have nothing but nature. We have mountains, we have a river, we have grass. What else we got going on? We got the sky, which is air. So all four elements, which is also giving me vibes of like altar, right? Like they say when you make an altar for your ancestors or for your guides or for your angels, right? Like whoever you commune with, I don't know if you're supposed to, but they say a lot of people tend to put, you know, representations of all four elements on that altar. And so some of you guys are needing to connect with the elements, and also needing to make an altar. I'm just going to put it out there for your ancestors, for your guides, to connect deeper with them, because they have a message for you. Speaking of purpose, right? Purpose comes through us, and it usually gets fulfilled through, like, you know, manifestation. It gets fulfilled through creativity and expression, right? So a lot of times when we manifest something, it's a part of, you know, I don't want to say fate, but it's a part of our life path. It's a part of our you know, our life plan. And it kind of ties into a bigger picture. Like, you don't think that you manifesting a brand new car only benefits you. Somebody made money from the sale, that may have helped a family, which may have helped them to start a business, which helps other families. Like, that's just a hypothetical scenario, but we're all interconnected. So what you do affects other people on so many different levels. By fulfilling your manifestations, this is positive energy. This is, like, you know, more momentum coming into your life. This is going to positively aspect the collective in some way. I feel like you're needing to connect with your spiritual side. You're needing to connect with your manifestations, because again, that's just God working through you. That's like the energy wanted to come through you and kind of express itself. Okay, I'm getting a new car. It may sound vain and materialistic, but again, you don't know who's benefiting from you making that purchase, or you know, agreeing to move to a new location and bringing your gifts, your talents, your business, your service, whatever it is, right? Focus on making a vision board and, you know, bringing those manifestations to life. And then we have connect with fire. We're going to talk about this again. It's giving give a party by a campfire, you guys. Group number one, like, I don't know what you guys got going on. Summertime might be lit for you if you're into, like, you know, not necessarily maybe like the party scene, but just like, you know, gatherings or hanging out with friends, like, you know, the nice little link up. Like, I feel like you guys are going to have a very, very exciting year. should you allow yourself to. Because don't get it twisted, you guys. You can definitely, not you per se, viewer, but people can definitely block their blessings. They can definitely, again, if you're not eating right and there's an event happening and your friends or your family's like, yeah, come through, we want to see you, or we want you to pop out, whatever the case is, I don't feel like it, I'm too tired. But if you were eating them strawberries, I bet you would have energy then. You get what I'm saying? And then you never know what could come from you just aligning yourself with high vibration, good frequencies, good energies. Do you know that, like, by going to a party, not necessarily a low vibrational one where they're playing like, low vibrational music and stuff like that, more like let's say a family gathering where they're playing more like, soulful music, or like whatever it is that you listen to, whatever culture you're from, right? By dancing or doing like, certain body movements, you're literally shifting energy in your body. I feel like you're needing to connect with the energy of like the sacral chakra, pleasure, body movement, things like that. That's a message coming through. Like, really nurture yourself this year, you guys. Give to yourself in ways where not only are you like creating balance in what you eat, but creating balance in like what you allow to come into your life. Less negativity and then maybe a little bit more positivity to weigh out the scale, right? Ooh, the throat chakra is giving today, you guys. I know it's Mercury retrograde, but sheesh. But I have some ginger tea, so it's good. Okay, connecting with the energy of group number 1, the viewers tuning in. How else can they nurture themselves this year? What else do they need to know at this time? How else can they nurture themselves this year? What else do they need to know at this time? Ooh, okay, we got our 2, thanks. Back of the deck, energy, cloud, meditation. So I don't know how much meditation you guys need to hear, but this is going to be your year, group number 1 of meditation, tuning in with source, tuning in with your higher self. We're going to read the messages for this because this is a deck that the messages aren't like super concrete. They do have their own intended messages behind the cards, so we'll read them. We have Idajo Karma. Interesting. And we have Nana Baruku Essence. Okay, and look, I was saying ether, spirit, that's fire energy, right? Essence is the same thing. It's your life force. It's God in you, right? The thing that gives you life. And so I feel like this is a big message or a big theme coming through, like really connecting with source, with spirit, with your higher realms, or with the angels, that walk with you. So let's get into the book. The first one I want to read is Cloud Meditation. So let's see what that one says. That's page 65. Okay. I'll show you guys what the card looks like. Okay, Cloud Meditation. There's a quote. It says, "Look up. I am strong and healthy thanks to physical movement." Didn't I tell you guys a dance party and moving the body? I can't make this up, you guys. Okay. So group number 1, your judgment is getting clouded. So funny, this gives like judgment vibes because the angel's raining down. Like, if you guys know the tarot, and I was saying like to myself that this deck really reminds me of a tarot deck because the first set of cards replicate the major arcana in the tarot, like word for word basically. And then, well, not literally word for word, but like meaning for meaning. And then the rest of the cards is kind of giving the suits. And so this is saying the physical suit for Cloud Meditation. And even look, like this looks like the star. Like, it's a lot going on, you guys. This deck is fire. I want to get more into it, but this is the first time we're using her. So let's see what's going on. Okay. Your judgment is getting clouded by greed and overindulgence. Oh my gosh, you guys. Group number 1. Okay. The Cloud Meditation asks you to find the deep inner child who used to find shapes in the clouds and nourish them. Spend time looking up at the sky. Take in the wealth that is available to pour down on the crops you've planted and grow the seeds of abundance. Wow. Wealth is not only material, it is love, compassion, freedom, and the joy that bring alignment and flow. I'm telling you guys, the energy is here. This is how you nourish yourself this year for you guys, group number 1. Like, everybody needs different forms of love, different types of, energetic exchange. But it looks like for you guys, this is what's really coming through. But let's finish this. There's another paragraph. So it says, when the cloud meditation comes to you, you are asked to let go and believe the winds will carry your seeds of hope to favorable ground. Success is on the horizon. Take time to stare at the clouds and let yourself grieve. Go outside, lie down, and look up at the sky for at least 11 minutes in a space where you can focus undisturbed. Notice how it changes, what emotions, thoughts, and downloads arise for you. Don't rush to journal your thoughts. Simply let them drift by like clouds. And the crystal pairing that they have for this is chalcopyrite. I've never heard of that crystal before. We have a crystal deck here too that we're going to use, you guys. But if you want, I will link the crystal in the description and any other crystal that comes out, so that you'll have it if you want it, right? So that's the overall energy. It's really giving like tune in with your higher self. But they mentioned something interesting. They mentioned tune in with your inner child. That's some food for thought there, you guys. And I feel like your inner child also needs some love. Like nourishing yourself is not just nourishing your adult body, but that inner child soul that maybe never got certain things that it looked for, right? I heard something recently, I don't know if it was a podcast or what it was, but the person was talking about nurturing the inner child and how, no, it was a TikTok video, and it was a woman, and she was talking about how, you know, it doesn't matter if, you know, what your inner child wants is materialistic. If they're asking for it energetically, like while you're in meditation, give it to them. Do not tell them like, you know, no, you're not supposed to have these things. They're asking for it for a reason. Maybe there's an experience that they want from those things. I was just saying to you guys, like, don't think that you getting something materialistic is for no reason. Like there's a reason why your soul needs to express itself that way, or why your soul is looking for it. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Okay, moving on. Now we have Idagio. Let's look at what that says. That is page number 60. So we weren't too far. Okay, Idagio. Idagio shows the quantum potential symbolized on the flag the angel is carrying, indicating that on some level, you have already manifested what it is you are harvesting. Oh my gosh, you guys. Look what's going on, group number 1. This card emerges when a time of clarity and a time for you to be aware, focused, and ready to bask in your accomplishments. So I guess they're saying when it is time for you to do those things. Idagio reminds you that not everyone will be happy about your harvest, and that in itself is okay. So I guess it's saying that the harvest, like what you're manifesting, is fine, and that not everybody will be okay with it. It says that does not take away from your harvest and does not add to theirs. If Idagio appears, it is time to stop judging yourself and others. I was just saying the judgment card so hard. The beautiful green and yellow wings open up your heart center and enable you to fully embrace the fruits that come from nourishing the seeds you've planted and the workings of Rai, which is, I think, the Fool. If this card appears for you, it is time to ask yourself, am I bringing the past into this harvest? Meaning my crop isn't as good as it could be? Have I shut down my heart? Am I ready to recreate myself? Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I do feel like I was saying it's time to balance out some of the negative aspects within yourself with some positive energy. That could be some of the things coming up for you, like as you are manifesting, you know, what are you saying about your manifestations? Like, are you creating this vision board and are you thinking like, yeah, these things are going to come to me, I'm so excited? Or are you thinking like, yeah, you know, these things, I'm hoping that they come, maybe they'll come. Like, is there an element of doubt behind what it is that you're manifesting, right? Food for thought. Let's go to Nana Buruku. I like that they give these cards like deity names. I think that's cool. That's 92. All right, next page. Okay, Nana Buruku. Swirls of purple grace the middle of this card and form into the massive gown worn by Nana Buruku. She is the grandmother keeper of the Orishas oracle for the Fon people of Africa. She is revered as the most influential deity in the Western Africa's theology. Her dress resembles a giant ball gown akin to Cinderella's, and she is believed to have given birth to the moon spirit Mawu, who we see in the upper right corner of the card. The sun spirit, Lisa, who appears on the other side, is also a child of Nana Baruku. Nana Baruku is the original creator, and Mawu Lisa, the secondary. The large adornment of cowrie shells cover the goddess's neck, her head, and her headscarf. Her skin is leathery to show her age as the oldest Orisha. In her hands is a sacred knife made out of bamboo, and in the other, a terracotta pot holds the secrets that your soul has kept. When this card appears to you, it is time to remember that your essence is here long before your physical being. If you are having issues with your material aspects, Nana Baruku comes forward to help with all these issues. So manifesting material, and this is what I'm saying. So I feel like Spirit doesn't want your focus to be on material wealth, but just know that the material wealth is definitely manifesting for you. And again, I feel like some of you guys, I just wanted it to drop, you guys. I feel like some of you guys are worried, or there's doubt there. And that's why I keep seeing like confirmation that you are going to get what it is that you're looking to manifest. But there needs to be, you know, belief in it. There needs to be more positivity behind those manifestations. Okay, come through, Nana Baruku. So let's keep going. And let's get some more cards on the table. How can you nurture yourself and nourish yourself, group number 1, this year for 2023? Ooh, this deck is huge, you guys. This is also a new deck. I did not unbox her on camera. I used her actually before, and I've been using her for maybe like a week or maybe 2 weeks now. But I've wanted this deck for over that's how real it is. Throat chakra, come through. Hold on. I wanted this deck now for over a year, and I finally got it. I don't know, I just finally said yes to it. Like, I had it in my cart, and I was like, all right, next time. And finally it was her time. It was like, yeah, she's here, she's ready to party. So connecting with the viewers of group number 1. How can they nurture themselves? What do they need to hear? How can they nurture themselves? Oh wow, that one went back in. Cool. Oh, you guys, they're like slippery. Oh my gosh. Okay. It is what it is. I'm so dramatic. Sakira. Okay. First card out. Changes in your life. So I do feel like changes are coming in, not just in the form of your manifestations, but also you making the changes that you need to make in order to take care of yourself, like changes in your diet or changes in, like, you know, the balance of sweets that you have. Not saying you can never have a Snickers bar, right? But like not every single day, and especially if you're not intaking any fruits or vegetables to counteract, you know, whatever those things are doing to you. We have Seahorse, family matters. I do feel like I was saying, you know, connecting with family, connecting with like the element of maybe celebrating with family, you know, partying with family, game night with family, but just like having fun and aligning with positive energy with family. I feel like focusing on, you know, family matters and making sure your family is good. Carrot, opportunity or windfall. Now, a windfall is like a sudden income of something. I feel like you guys are definitely going to get this abundance when you least expect it. And I feel like this is coming through because one way that you can nourish yourself and nurture yourself is not worrying about what's going to happen, right? Not worrying about when the manifestation is going to show up, if it's going to show up. Knowing and expecting that it's going to show up is going to allow for it to show up. I feel like that's the energy that you guys, group number 1, have to be in. We have Cobweb, protected from negative forces beyond your control. So again, knowing that you're protected, knowing that you're good, that you have angels that walk with you, that also want to connect with you, right? They want to connect via meditation. I'm gonna show you guys all the clouds because I'm that dramatic. All the clouds, all the cards because I'm that dramatic. But they want to connect with you via meditation, right? But you are good. You are protected. You have who you need surrounding you, energetically speaking, spiritually speaking, right? And then the last one we have here is Candle. You will be shown the way. So I was just saying, like, connecting with your guides, meditation, they have messages for you, they have downloads for you, right? Paying attention to the messages that come through when you're in meditation, I feel like is something that definitely is coming through for you as a way to nourish yourself this year, because they're going to show you the way. They're going to make sure that you have the clarity that you need to move forward. That's what this card was talking about. Clarity comes to you when this card appears. Like, you're going to be shown the way by your angels. Literally, it's an angel. And so I feel like maybe candle lighting too, like connecting with the energy of fire, lighting candles for your altar. It may be something that your angels or that your ancestors like and connect with. That was a little sidebar, but definitely also candles for you, like maybe lighting candles in your house, lighting candles when you take a shower or a bath, just connecting with the energy of fire, because I keep seeing fire coming through, and it does seem like a very key theme for the Group 1 collective when it comes to nurturing and nourishing yourself. So let's see. You guys, I did not want this reading to be so long, but you know what? It's going to be what it's going to be. Legit. Connecting with the energy of Group 1, Power 1. Those who chose the Angel Oracle Quartz, what needs to be heard, said an honest spirit. How can they nurture and nourish themselves? Focusing on those manifestations, the Magician. But also, I just heard creating something new for yourself. So some of you guys are going to be tapping into this fire, and you're going to be doing something. You're going to be building a business or building something with it. The Seven of Cups in reverse with the Emperor. Yeah, I feel like not getting caught up in certain illusions. And I feel like some of those illusions could be, you know, negative feelings that come up, like doubt, or, you know, negative thoughts that come to you that tell you that you won't be successful or that you can't make it. I feel like remaining empowered like the Emperor is the only way to ensure that things are definitely gonna, you know, go, I'm not gonna say go off without a hitch, but it'll be smooth sailing for the most part, because you're protected from negative forces beyond your control. Don't get caught up in the negative thinking that comes up to tell you that, you know, your options are limited, or you are limited in some form, and that you can't have or be or do what it is that you want, right? Like, I feel like that's something that should nourish you when you kind of tap into the frequency of it. Like, I'm taken care of, everything's working out for me, almost like that kind of a vibe, you know? Remaining empowered in thoughts like those. I can do, be, or have anything that I want, stuff like that. The Queen of Wands, confidence, right, coming through. I feel like this is something that also will add to your sense of being nurtured when you're nurturing your talents and your gifts and your sense of, you know, feeling good and like taking care of yourself. I feel like some of you guys, this is high energy as well. So again, taking care of your body, because you're giving yourself fuel that will give you high energy, instead of like, you know, a sugar rush that has you crashing at the end of it. And so this is Ten of Wands. Yeah, and releasing anything that's stressing you. Like, that's something that's really coming through too. Like, focusing on the good, but we never really talked about the negative, or the not so positive, right? The bad. Releasing anything, saying goodbye to anything or anyone that doesn't serve your highest and best good, that makes you feel like shit, so to speak, that's coming through, right? That makes you feel like you can't achieve or do the things that you want to do, or even if it's within you, right? The negative thoughts that come up or the negative feelings that come up, saying goodbye to those, because those energetically are weighing you down and they're not serving you. So that's kind of what I'm seeing here. You know, we'll do it just like that. We'll keep the flow going. As the back of the deck energy, Eight of Pentacles in reverse, and the unseen energy, High Priestess in reverse. Be mindful to like go into like workaholic mode and putting in a lot of effort to make your manifestations happen, because you're not truly trusting your intuition, right? Like, this is kind of what I'm seeing here. It's almost like, I don't believe that my intuition is really guiding me in the right direction. So let me put a whole bunch of physical action forth to try to make things happen. We don't make things happen. We align with things. That's how this universe works. It's an attraction-based universe, and your intuition comes to you through meditation. Be mindful to make sure, be sure that you're not disregarding the messages that the universe, that your guides want to send to you. They have a gem for you. If you look in the center of her heart, there's a jewel. They have gems for you. They have jewels that they want to drop, and they want to let you know that it's okay to, you know, tap into certain energies and certain frequencies, and to, you know, believe in the magic of spirit, and that spirit can help you co-create everything that will be, if it's not already, on your vision board, right? So let's close out with surrender and see what it is that you need to release in order to nourish yourself as well. And then we'll get a crystal that's going to nourish you throughout the year. Just a reference crystal that you can always go back to this year, you know, for the particular energy that's happening in your personal life. Connecting with the collective of group number 1. Spirit, what needs to be heard, said, and honored? Connecting with the energy of group number 1. What needs to be heard, said, and honored? Oof. Anything else? Any other messages coming through? Okay. All right. Group number 1. Spirit said it. Don't shoot the messenger. Overall energy. Surrender unhealthy relationships. Spirit said it. Don't shoot the messenger. Look, so remember that Ten of Wands came out and I was like, we focused a lot on the positive ways that you can nourish yourself and nurture yourself, but we didn't really talk a lot about the negative. We didn't talk about the bad. And I was like, releasing anything that adds stress to you, anything that tells you, anyone that tells you that you can't do it, that you won't be successful, that you won't make it, that things are not working out for you, that you're not qualified, you're not this and you're not that, or you are this and you are that, and it's not lining up with the version of you that you see as your best and highest good. You got to say snip, snip to those relationships. It's time to say goodbye. Because oftentimes it's not the universe keeping these people in our lives. It's us, because we're tethered, we're attached to them. There was one of these cards that came out earlier that was talking about you're clinging on to something too much. Like there's greed. Greed can also come in the form of relationships. It's not just financial or material things, right? Like you can be greedy with a person's energy, which would then kind of make you like an energy vampire, so to speak. But we're not going there, right? Like we're talking about the fact that maybe it's like, I just need this person around. I want this person around, regardless if they're good for me or not. It's just what I want. It's like an addiction, low key, right? But Spirit is wanting you to surrender unhealthy relationships. So let's read this. Group number 1, let go of relationships that don't serve you, period, including unavailable or toxic people. You deserve to be treasured by others. Lola's agreeing, you guys, and to be surrounded by positive people. And that's why I was saying your soul tribe, your soul vibe, your family, or the people you consider to be very close to you that, that definitely, they hold it down for you in all the best ways. And that's on period. Spirit is saying that you don't need to surround yourself with people who put you down. That's a way to nurture yourself or nourish yourself. If you have people like that around you, distance yourself. Create a little bit of distance. That's it. If you got to work with those people, you say, good morning, or however you greet them. You say good evening, however you say your sayonara's, and you go about your business. You don't have to have lunch and camaraderie parties with these people. It is what it is. That was just an example, but whatever it means for you, take it as it applies, right? So surrender low self-esteem. I didn't listen. Don't shoot the messenger. That's all I'm going to say. Spirit said, you deserve success, love, and abundance. Set an intention to identify and release any remnants of low self-esteem. Those illusions that come up for you, that limit you, that tell you that you can't be, do, or have anything that you want in this life, because it's a lie. It's just that. It's an illusion. It's fantasy. It's not real. It's your mind low-key playing tricks on you, like, okay, this is what you want, but your ego is like, it's not safe. We don't know what that possibility holds, so why would we go there? We could stay right here where it's predictable and it's known, and you won't get hurt, because we know what's going on here. You can't be hurt by something that you already understand, right? So the ego, you guys, in essence, is not really bad. It is a protective mechanism, but it can go into overkill sometime and kind of just like do too much. So let's read about why we need to surrender our ego in 2023 in order to nurture ourselves. So group number 1, cultivate gratitude, be of service to others, and come from your heart. A big ego can work against you, but humility will further your goals. So you guys, the ego is the storehouse of all negativity, point blank, period. You have goals, vision board on deck. You already know what you're doing. You already know where you're going. That's that. You know what you want, and your ego is going to block you from that because those pathways don't feel safe. It's going to tell you all types of illusions about these opportunities. Don't trust that one. Why are you looking at that one over there? Don't look over there. It's not safe. We don't know what's over there. And again, your ego wants to protect you, but it will also keep you stagnant and limited in order to do so. And that's not what we're about. We're about growth and expansion, right? We overcome the fears of the ego and the limitations. And so I feel like some of those limitations are low self-esteem, those deep down beliefs that you may hold that tell you that you can't do it, or you're not good enough, or you're not attractive enough, or whatever it is. Working on those is a way to definitely nurture and nourish your soul and your whole entire being this year. Let's get some crystal medicine for you guys. Just a reference crystal that you can always, let me move this over. You can always go back to if you need it. And it'll help to provide you a sense of nurturing and nourishment in those times when you feel like, again, you need it. For group number 1, what crystal would serve them well, Spirit? For group number 1, what crystal would serve them well? Let me see here. So an honor, one crystal for the collective, please. Ooh, astrophyllite. I like it. Let's talk about it. Okay, group number 1, this is your crystal recommendation from Spirit. So it says what it is. Astrophyllite gets its name from the Greek word for star and leaf. It forms in precise brown orange metallic blades that contain titanium and iron. Very rare and very expensive. It's found only in few isolated locations like Pikes Peak in Colorado and in Norway and Quebec. Who needs it? Anyone with a permission slip for an intergalactic field trip. Where to put it? Wherever you need to blow off the lid, i.e. a Vespana retreat, an energy vortex, Area 51. When to use it, when it's time to step outside yourself, like way outside. Call on the energy of astrophyllite to electrify you with superhero purpose so you can take flight, unlock your highest potential with astrophyllite. Yo, didn't I say the ego wants to limit you with all of its negative beliefs? You guys, we're going to leave it right there. That's what I have for you guys. If you didn't get it, meditate on it, honey. It'll come to you because that was it. Spirit dropped the mic with the astrophyllite. I just cannot. I can't. So, you guys, thank you for vibing. This was a very long reading. I'm happy to be here. I hope you were happy to have me. Thank you again for tuning in to the vibes. I hope that this helps you, gain a little bit of clarity or insight as to how you need to nurture yourself and nourish yourself this year. And until next time, if you're going over to group number 2, I'll see you there. But if you're stopping here, peace. Group number 2, welcome to your reading. If you chose the blue quartz, this is how you can nurture yourself and nourish yourself in the year of 2023. I hope everybody is feeling well. All right, connecting with the energy and the viewers, the members of group number 2, file number 2. When you see her said an honor spirit, how can they nurture themselves? We have rest. It's so funny because her hair is blue and you guys chose the blue stone. I am feeling like this is something that you guys need to need in order to incite calmness, stillness, peace. That's going to be a big theme for you guys if you want to really nurture yourself. Rest is going to be a priority, or it's going to need to be. Connecting with the energy of group number 2, pile number 2. What do they need to hear, Spirit? What is the most irrelevant message for the viewers of group number 2, pile number 2? Positive affirmations. Okay. And we have another. I knew it was another one back here. Perfect. And aromatherapy. So I'm getting so much relaxation vibes. Positive affirmations, aromatherapy, rest. I'm also getting I'm hearing the word synchronicities, but the word that I'm really looking for is when you play the subconscious messages, oh my gosh, meditation, when you play. You guys, Mercury is really Mercurying right now. I just cannot with this retrograde. Basically, when you play affirmations and stuff while you sleep, there's a phrase for it, but basically, to kind of it's reprogramming your mind, but for the better, right? In all the best ways. We have plan a vacation. For some of you, you need a mental vacation as well, but I'm seeing just so much relaxation vibes. I'm seeing that you need time to just lay out on a beach. You need time to just be away. You need time with self. You need time and good positive vibes. Positive affirmations is a good way to change the energy. This is card number 41, which adds to 5. Five in numerology is a powerful number of change, right? Especially when there's chaos, because it does represent also like chaos and challenges and stuff like that. So some of you guys are going to change the nature of your reality from chaotic to more peaceful with positive affirmations. That's going to be one way that you're nurturing yourself. But this vacation is going to be an intuitive one. If you look, your guides are in the sky kind of guiding you, protecting you. Group number 2, I feel like you guys need to get away in order to kind of find or connect with your with maybe deeper spirituality, or with like some certain spirit guides or certain ancestors. You may be going somewhere like to like a native place, like maybe where your family's from, or maybe like what am I trying to say? Like where your ancestors come from. Like, again, a place that's really native to you, to your bloodline or something like that. I feel like some of you guys, that's going to be a way for you really to nurture yourself, because it's kind of connecting with a deeper sense of who you are and where you came from. What is the unseen energy going on here? Make a vision board. So group number 1 got this as one of their cards too. I feel like some of you guys need to keep this in the back of your mind, especially if you are manifesting things and you're using positive affirmations. A vision board included with positive affirmations is like double the trouble in all the best ways, obviously. And so I do feel like for you guys, group number 2, these are some of the ways in which you can nurture yourself. Now, let's talk about aromatherapy, because this right here is it. First of all, you guys, I don't know about you, but if you're not lotioning your skin with like something that smells amazing and spraying on a nice cologne or a nice perfume afterwards, and using deodorant that has a nice scent that you enjoy, bathing with soap that smells really good, you guys, what are you doing? Literally, if you're not living like this, what are you doing? Aromatherapy is like the best way to get your senses kind of awoken, right? It's like it's tied obviously to the sense of smell, but through that smell you can cultivate so many different states of mind and so many different emotions, right? Like, imagine using lavender on your pillows before you go to bed, and chamomile. Do you know how soothing that sleep will probably be? Like, I feel like aromatherapy for you guys, like, get an oil diffuser. I have one, and I use it sometimes. Maybe I'll start keeping it here. I have a little space on this little side of the table, but my nose is itching, you guys. You know how I get when I start reading too much. My nose starts to itch. It is what it is. But I digress. So getting back to the point, getting an oil diffuser or something like that, where you can put, like, you know, certain essential oils in the diffuser and have it kind of go into the air, because I'm not really a big fan of aerosols, although I do have some in the house. They're not the best to me because of the chemicals. I would prefer candles. That's my go-to scent house thing. And Bath and Body Works has, probably, no plug, no shade, no tea, but Bath and Body Works and White Barn, which they're owned by the same people, have the best candles, if you ask me. And I will load my house up any chance I get with certain fragrances. That's just me though, right? But I feel like you guys getting into, like, you know, maybe having certain flowers in your house, because plants and flowers give off scents too, right? Or using certain floral based, I'm getting like flowers, even the back of the card has a flower, certain floral based scents. Maybe that's what you guys are into. Maybe you like that smell. Maybe it does something for you. A little bit of lily, a little bit of lavender, some rose, right? I don't know if patchouli is a flower, but I like the name. I like how it sounds. Patchouli, throw some in there, right? But you guys, like, get with the program with this aromatherapy. I do feel like that is going to be something to cultivate like a lot of peace and tranquility for you guys. I even have on like sound bowl music, so maybe even like doing something where you're, you know, sleeping and you have on something like sounds. Some people like nature sounds, ocean sounds, whale sounds, sound bowl sounds, right? Like, there are all types of frequencies that you could play to really put yourself in a deeper state of peace and a deeper state of rest. You can rest even when you're not sleeping. Sleep is one of the best ways to rest though, but you can definitely rest by relaxing and laying down in a hammock in nature, right? Like, you can be on your couch with your dog. You can, you know, you can relax and rest in so many different ways and so many different capacities. But I do feel like, again, that is a key theme for you guys if you want to nurture yourself, because you guys might have a very busy life, especially, you know, with travel and stuff like that. And look, we got massage under this. with sound bowl under this. And I just said I have on the sound bowl music, you guys. I'm telling you, like, you could have a lot going on this year physically, where maybe you're working a lot or you're doing a lot, or, you know, you're really ambitious. So maybe you have a lot of projects that you're tending to, but your physical body is going to need some TLC. And that's just what it is, group number 2. So let's get into the messages for you guys. We have Osusi, nature. I was just saying, like, you know, laying on a hammock out in nature. But I do feel like nature is going to be important, not just being in nature, but consuming and eating nature. Because I see a lot of plants. Let me show you guys. I see a lot of like vegetation at the bottom, all edibles, right? In the best way. But I do see like a lot of vegetation there. And so I do feel like for you guys, group number 2, like resting and taking in things that fuel you. Group number 1 had a similar message where they were basically taking in nutrition to balance out their energy. I feel like you guys are taking in nutrition as well to balance out your energy, but also for the purposes of like allowing your body to like rest, heal itself, replenish itself, things like that. Any other messages for group number 2? Any other messages for group number 2? Spirit needs to be heard, said, and honored. Any other messages for group number 2? Enchantment, celebration. I like this. So we're going to read these guys. We're going to read these cards, you guys. And we're going to see what the messages are. Okay, overall for this is Urzuli, pay attention. I just heard the signs are cautioning you. So let's see what this is about and see what's going on. This could be warning about burnout for some of you. I'm telling you, like, this could be a very busy year for you. Burnout's not just from working too hard, it's from doing too much sometimes. Always out, always at an event, always working, tending to your business, tending to your family, tending to your responsibilities, always doing, not enough resting. So keep that in mind as well, you guys. We got helicopters outside for group number 2. Let's see what's going on. Sorry, you guys. I just had to make sure that we were still filming. I have the mirror facing the camera so that I can see the screen because, you know, Mercury be retrograding. It is what it is. All right, let's go to Urzuli first. 94. All right. You guys, I'm not going to lie. After this reading, I'm going to have to get some grub because I'm hungry. Oh, under this we got sexuality. Gwangwani Jimai. Gwangwani Jimai. Sexuality. Okay. Ezruli is sometimes called the Black Madonna of Zestochoa and appears with her dark skin and 2 scars on her face. She is seen holding a small boy in her arms, T.I. Jean Petro, to symbolize her fierce will to protect mothers and children. She is referred to as a Loa in traditional Louisiana or Haitian voodoo, and her garments serve to remind you of the creature comforts of an intricate village. Let's go back. And her garments serve to remind you of the creature comforts of an intricate vintage emerald green robe with golden detail. This card shows up when you need to look at every point of view. The 2 scars on her face coming down from the left eye across the cheek signify her being the Loa of revenge and rage. Where have you been angry or filled with rage about something? How can you shift that energy into something fierce yet nurturing? Ezruli will guide you if this card appears to you, but you must pay attention to every detail and all sides of the story. Some of you guys need to rest and relax because there's going to be some triggers going on in your life as well, and you're going to need to basically calm down the energy, because with that card coming through and that being the deity of, you know, revenge and rage, I was going to say war, revenge and rage. I feel like for some of you guys that could be a spirit that wants to come over you, and you may be battling that with some positive affirmations as well. So keep that in mind. Like, make sure if something happens this year that you get all sides of the story, making sure that you are checking into the details of the things that are going on in your life as well is a message coming through. So you guys want to make sure that, like, if there are any falling outs with anybody this year, any arguments with anybody this year, that you are doing your due diligence, hearing people out, not jumping to conclusions, especially right now. We got Mercury. Oh, sorry guys, I had to check the mic. We got Mercury in retrograde. We got Mars in retrograde. So there's a lot of combative energy just in the air, period. Make sure that you are, you know, maintaining your peace and your positivity. And that's on period. Let's go to the next card. So we have Osusi, who is on page 96. And I knew it was like the next page over. Okay. This is the one with the vegetation. Okay, Osusi is known as the magician of the forest. Shooting left-handed, he stands tall. It reminds me of like a Sagittarius archer. Shooting left-handed, he stands tall, drawing back an arrow on his bow. At his feet are forest plants, including the sacred cannabis plant. Osusi teaches that the plant offers spiritual cleansing through herbal baths, jewelry, and remedies that can show us collectively and individually what the future may hold. His body is sculpted as a hunter and tracker. With bright blue accents on his dark, melanated skin, the tips of his arrow are blue like lapis lazuli, along with the feather atop his head. An entire crown piece that sits with large lapis on his third eye. Nature will provide symbols at every turn for you to gain more insight. So you guys, what I really liked about this card was the fact that it mentioned, what did it say? Osusi teaches that plants offer spiritual cleansing through herbal baths, jewelry, and remedies that can show us collectively and individually what the future may hold. So I was talking about, like, you know, ingesting more plants and and fruit and vegetation in your diet would definitely be a way to nurture you and nourish you this year. And I feel like also have you be more connected to like a higher source, to your higher self, to God, to the universe, to a higher alignment. Well, let's see. Now we have enchantment. Celebration. And let's find this card. Let's see. Okay, 86. You guys, let me just let my cat out. Okay, enchantment. So this is what it looks like. And it says celebration. The enchantment card encourages you to raise your glass, and in this glass are your plant spirit companions, transmuted into the water to deliver joy, dancing, and celebration. We know through the study of epigenetics that it's the environment that signals the gene, not the other way around. If our emotions are the end product of any experience in an environment, it is our emotions that turn the gene expression on and off. So especially if you feel sad and this card has come to you, toast to you and yours. Create a raised emotion and elevated environment and shift. Ask your plant spirit of cannabis to work with you through your beverages and allow her enchanting wisdom to be received. Plant spirit, red clover. So that's an herb that you can definitely make a tea out of, I'm assuming. Check with your healthcare provider before you do anything like that. And ingest something that you've never had before. But I definitely feel like that's a good herb to work with, especially if you want to connect deeper. So I feel like some of you guys too, like with positive affirmations, you can speak to your water, right? Water holds memory. And so what I like to do a lot is I like to speak my affirmations into my water. A lot of times I have water by my bed before I go to sleep. And so I'll speak affirmations into the water before I go to bed, and I'll drink it throughout the night. And that's my way of drinking in the energy, right? So as food for thought, speaking of water, let me grab some, you guys. So as food for thought, speaking to your water may be something that you also want to do this year to nurture you. You can speak health into your water. You can speak abundance into your water, new relationships into your water, money into your water. You can speak all types of things into your water and have it manifest for you that way. We saw the vision boards. So again, aiding you and assisting you with the manifestations. That was the last card that we have from this deck. So I guess we can move on, you guys, group number 2, and see what other ways you need to be nurturing yourself and nourishing yourself this year. Connecting with the energy and the viewers of group 2. Power number 2 needs to be heard, said, and honored. You guys, this is also a new deck that I got, but I did not unbox her on camera. I started using her about like a week or 2 weeks ago, and I've wanted this deck for over a year. I'm very excited to finally have gotten her. Very excited. So let's see. This was a gift actually, now that I think about it. So thank you. Thank you very much. Okay. Connecting with the energy of group number 2, power number 2. What do they need to know in order to nurture themselves, Spirit? They need to be heard, said, and honored. Thank you so much. Okay. Back of the deck energy. Good advice from a wise person. So I do feel like there's going to be somebody coming through with some wisdom for you that you can definitely take and you can trust it. They're going to have some good intentions behind the energy that they're putting out there towards you, and they may be offering you guidance. This could be a person telling you to take a plane or to try aromatherapy, or, you know, telling you to do certain things that are going to benefit you spiritually speaking. It could also be me telling you about, like, you know, things like speaking to your water, or maybe you've heard that before, but I feel like there's going to be wisdom coming your way that's definitely going to help you this year to, again, de-stress and to remain in a more peaceful Zen state of mind. We have frying pan, trouble and accusations. So that could be something for you to be aware of this year, that there may be some things going on for you that maybe stir the pot a little bit. And I was saying, like, there could be chaos, and that's what you are affirming, you know, your reality to reshape itself around the chaos that currently exists. So again, you might be changing the drama, aka the trouble or the accusations, with some positive affirmations. People could be accusing you. That could be the fallout that you have with someone, or you could be accusing someone else. But also be sure to make sure you are hearing out all sides of the story. That was a thing that came through. Pay attention to your work is coming through. So your work will definitely be important. I feel like you can nurture yourself by making sure you're paying attention to your work and putting your all into that as well, right? And I was saying a lot of you guys could have a lot of things going on. Be mindful of burnout. Your work could definitely suffer if you are too burnt out to make sure you're doing the best job that you can possibly do, right? So make sure you're paying attention to your work if you're feeling especially energetically like low or lethargic, or you just feel like you're not your best self. We have older man, dealings or relationship with an older man. So this could be somebody significant coming through with some wisdom, or this could be maybe a person that you're having a falling out with. This could be a father figure for some of you, but just keep in mind that this person may be significant for you guys in this year, or, you know, as you are nurturing yourself this year. This may be somebody who, again, you have to hear them out, or maybe, again, somebody coming through with some wisdom for you. And then we have Lily with spiritual love. So I was saying some of you guys might want some floral scents, and I was like lily, lavender, rose, like different things like that. But we have Lily coming through, and it's a spiritual love. You could be receiving spiritual love from an older man. This could also be, again, a father figure or somebody in your family that's a masculine person. Well, let's see. Unseen energy for you here. Arrow. You are on the right path regarding some aspect of your life. So what you won't be aware of throughout this year is that you actually are on the right path, even though there may be some chaotic energies playing, you know, or at play for you during this year, or during what's going on for you. So let's see, we'll keep it going. Let's use the tarot deck. You guys like my little dance with my hands? Because I don't know what that was, but it is what it is. My voice is wanting to go. We're not going to let her. Okay, connecting with the energy of group number 2, power number 2. It needs to be heard, said, and honored. Spirit, thank you so much. How can they nurture themselves this year? What do they need to be aware of? How can they better nurture themselves in the year 2023? For group number 2, I was going to say 3. Group number 2, power number 3. Look, group number 2, power number 2. How can they better nurture themselves in the year 2023? 10 of Pentacles in reverse. Ooh. 3 of Pentacles in reverse. With the 6 of Pentacles, Temperance in reverse, and the King of Cups in reverse. Sheesh. Okay. Group number 2. I'm not going to sugarcoat this for you, because, you know, as the messenger, I could be compromised by a higher power, you know? And we can't have that. So let me, Queen of Swords in reverse, you guys. Yeah, I feel like you guys are definitely going to be mindful of, I feel like it's this energy here, being mindful of maybe a falling out with somebody that may have you energetically, you know, at odds or unbalanced in your energy. But it's really coming through like maybe a disagreement. Maybe you decided to cut somebody off, and this again could be somebody in your family that you may not be speaking to. That could be something that could be robbing you of your peace this year. So make sure you resolve this energy, because I see that there's almost like an unwilling energy on your part. If you guys hear like my voice is slowly starting to disappear, that's okay. It feels like on your part there may be this lack of willingness to like come together, or like this lack of willingness to kind of come and resolve an energy or work together or something like that. But the universe is definitely going to be offering you an opportunity for balance and to have reciprocity. Make sure you are doing the work to heal your heart, because I see there's resistance there too when it comes to maybe, you know, receiving or reciprocating, I'll say, with a man, a masculine figure, from a heart space. This could be somebody you have a very deep connection with. If this is not like in your family, maybe this is somebody you have a family with, so it could be a partner. But I see like there will be some type of falling out, and I feel like there's a need for you to bring balance by opening your heart to reciprocity of love. Right? We have spiritual love coming through with the lily, right? Reciprocity of love coming through. And this is also you connecting with your masculine energy. I feel like there's a need for you to act from a place of not only integrity, but from a place of love. With whatever you do this year, that definitely will help to keep you not only in a positive heart space, but in a more at peace, in a more restful state. Because believe it or not, when you're in certain emotions like joy and happiness, as excited as you get, it's life-giving. So you almost kind of, you use energy, but you maintain the energy, if that makes sense. Versus being like very angry, it's life depreciating or defecating. If that's, no, defecating is something else. Is it the word? Is that the word? Defecating? You guys, no vocabulary with Sakira. I was never the spelling bee champion. That was never my role, right? But basically, low vibrational energies or emotions, they rob you of your energy. And so I feel like be mindful of this. You could really have like, you know, a serious thing going on with somebody, group number 2, in the year 2023. This could even be like a boss or somebody like of authority, like an authoritative figure that you kind of haven't fallen out with, a business partner, maybe something like that. And there's this resistance of maybe forgiving this person or coming back towards this person, together with this person, and working together again with this person. Be mindful of that, because the universe does want to give you a chance to bring some balance there. You have to be willing to be open to the balance, right? So let's get some cards of surrender for you and see what it is that you need to surrender to if you want to have feelings of nourishment and nurturing during this year. If you want to feel better, if you want to feel like you're taking care of yourself. What is it that group 2 needs to be mindful of? Surrender resentments. I told you some of y'all are going to be beefing with some. Okay. Yeah, we got, I'm going to take all 3 of these. Surrender your need to always be right, and surrender to receiving surrender to receiving support and love. And that's what I was talking about. It's like the universe wants to reciprocate love. Surrender to the wisdom of your body as the overall energy. So let's talk about this. Okay, so not me being dramatic because the card wanted to spin. Okay, surrender to the wisdom of your body. Listen to your body's messages about a person or situation. If you feel physically drained or uncomfortable, be cautious. If you are energized and happy, move forward. Can I make this up, you guys? I literally just said, you know, high vibrational emotions are going to give you life. They're going to energize you. But low vibrational emotions are going to, they're self-depreciating or defecating. I don't know, you guys. But they rob you of your energy. They, you know, drain you of your life force. Your body will tell you if you're in alignment with something high vibrational or not. Your body will tell you if, you know, your energetic exchange with this person that you have resentments towards is healthy for you or not. Because listen to this. Holding on to resentments only poisons you, group number 2. It says try to forgive others for their shortcomings and keep moving forward towards positive situations in your life. So I have the feeling that, you know, forgiving somebody for falling short, for being human, for, you know, having an ego, for, you know, not maybe considering you the ways that they could have, however this works out for you. But I feel like you're going to want to hold on to this because you're going to want justice, and the universe is going to want you to understand that you need to give up this need to always be right, because it's not to say that you weren't wronged, but sometimes it's not worth holding on to, especially when you know that this person just, again, it was a shortcoming. They're flawed. They're human, right? This says, give others the gift of letting them be right. Maybe this person has their own perspective where they feel like they were justified in, in how they approached the situation, how they engaged with you, or however this went down. But it says, be yielding, not rigid. This will help resolve conflicts and improve your relationships. So I do feel like improving your relationships is something that you're needing to also focus on this year too, because it's going to be a lot going on, and some of you guys may need to get away, take a vacation. But I do feel like a lot of the negativity is going to be stored in your body, and that's why you're going to need to maybe get massages to move the energy around, or use sound bowls to shift the energy, however that works for you. I even see write a gratitude list right there. And then we have, oh, ow, that kind of hurt. We have surrender to receiving love and support, or support and love. And this one says, allow the love and support of others in, rather than trying to handle everything yourself. This can take the pressure off and simultaneously nurture you. So look at that. It's like by allowing other people in, if this is like business and maybe you're mad at your business partner, let's say, or somebody you're working on a project with, because maybe they're not holding up or they haven't been holding up their end of the work, or maybe you don't like the way that they deal with you, you feel like they don't respect you, whatever the case is. But I do feel like there's this need to kind of think of it this way, like if you let go of the resentment, you would have an extra helping hand with this business in this scenario, right? If it's about a relationship and a home life, maybe you're not talking to your partner because you're mad at them, and you're doing everything by yourself because you don't want to, it's like a pride thing. You don't want to have to ask them, knowing you're mad at them, to help you with anything. So it's like, I'll do it all by myself. I'm not asking that person for anything, whatever the case is. But it's vibes like that. I feel like you're needing to focus on more positivity, more love, especially with this card coming through here, spiritual love, right? Focus on being unconditionally loving, meaning when people are falling short, you forgive them anyway, because you know that we're all human, we're all doing the best that we can. And if we truly knew better, I believe we all would do better, right, than what we have been doing. So on that note, we're going to close out with some crystal medicine for you. And this will be your go-to crystal for the year, like whatever, like whenever you need, some replenishment or some nurturement, nutrients, not the ones you ingest, but the ones that you absorb, right? You reference this crystal. Connecting with the viewers and the people watching for group 2, pile 2. What needs to be heard, said, and honored, spirit? For group 2, pile 2, what needs to be heard, said, and honored? What crystal will help them this year and nourish them and nurture them this year and comfort them this year? Make them feel good this year. Okay. Give me a crystal for group 2, please. If that's one that fell on the floor, I will take it. If it's more than one, it has to go back. Ah, rose quartz. Look at that, for the love, for the heart chakra. Okay, let's talk about it, babies. So we have what it is. Rose quartz is love in rock form. Let me hold this spiritual love up for y'all, because I don't think y'all hearing me when I say this love got to be embraced, because reciprocity is here for you. So it says, who needs it? The overly self-critical, sentient spiritual beings who love deeply, those in the healing arts or those who want to be. Where to put it? In spaces where you want to zone safe and sacred, held with both hands to your heart with utmost love and kindness. When to use it? When you feel like you always have to be the one to have it all figured out, to work the hardest, to hold it all together for everyone else. Rose quartz gives us a pink cashmere covered platform to be soft, sweet, and open to spirit. Take care of your heart with rose quartz. And I feel like that said it all, you guys. I'm going to leave it right there. Thank you so much for vibing. This was beautiful. Group number 2. I appreciate your time, your space, your energy. If this vibe for you, comment below. You already know what to do. If you guys want to see more, how can I nourish myself? How can I nurture myself videos? And, maybe you want them to be longer or you want them to be shorter. Let me know in the comments below. If you're going back to group 1, I will see you there. But if you're stopping here, peace.